On March 3rd, 2025, it'll be 8 years since the first Switch came out. We are fast approaching the next console, so here's how I think the next year is going to look like. Prediction video! When did we get the budget to do that? Anyways, I asked what you guys think on Twitter as well. If you want to be a part of a future video, just follow me on there and wait till I ask a question. So here's my first prediction. Games. In most people's minds, this is why they buy a console. With how strong the Switch's first year was, I'm fully expecting the successor to have an even more phenomenal year. And we already have a pretty good starting lineup. We already learned a couple games that are releasing in 2025 which have either been in super development hell or taking their well-deserved time. With Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon Legends Z through A, we already have a good start, so what else does Nintendo have planned? I think we're long overdue for a new 3D Mario game. It makes too much sense as our last one was Mario Odyssey, which came out on the launch year in 2017. I do not think we're gonna get another Zelda anytime soon. It's still way too soon since we got both Tears of the Kingdom and Echoes of Wisdom. Zelda and Mario fans are just so spoiled. But now I want to talk about something very interesting. Sakurai himself has confirmed that he's been working on a game for Nintendo for the past 2 years. We know nothing about that currently, and I know that 2 years isn't long at all when developing a game, but looking at how Sakurai takes on his work, I could very easily see a new game by him being out by the end of the year. And the data backs it up too. So what will that game be? As we all know, Sakurai made Kirby, Smash, and Kid Icarus. While Smash is definitely the most popular game I mentioned, I don't think it will be a new Smash game. Kirby already has a million games on the Switch already, so I think it's finally time for a new Kid Icarus game. You would think Nintendo would recognize the over a million people that bought the game and think they should port it over to one of the most successful consoles in history, or even make a sequel to said game, which has been highly requested. But maybe they didn't like the sales of the first one, so asking for a port and a sequel is too much. Hey, I'm not complaining. On to what you guys think. Most of you actually agreed with me that a new Kid Icarus game is coming out soon, with Smash being voted as a close second. I also asked if the community thinks this game will come out in 2025, and it was a close poll, but it ended up being yes. Nintendo community member D2 added by saying yes, because that's 3 years of development. And if it's a remaster of Kid Icarus Uprising, I believe that's more than enough time for that. But if it's a new game from any franchise or a new IP, then no, definitely 2026 and beyond. I think those 4 games are probably the safest predictions I've ever thought of, and I'm sure that there's going to be a bunch of filler games, but now that we're done talking about games, let's get into our second prediction. Release date. There isn't really much to talk about this prediction, but I'm going to make a pretty educated guess. According to Verity's article, we're gonna get an announcement for the next console by March 2025. I very much believe we're gonna get it by mid-January to early February. Nintendo's gonna want to squeeze as much money out of the holidays as they can, and around that time is when all the late Christmas presents are done. Once the announcement comes out, I believe the console will come out in late April to early May because Nintendo likes to repeat history in some ways. Nintendo did its presentation in January 2017 showing what the Switch can do, and then it came out 2 months later. I believe that they're going to follow the same schedule with this announcement with slightly different months. I just wanted to add, by the way, when the Game Awards were happening, I was so scared that I was going to have to redo this entire section of this video, but thank you, Jeff Keighley. But anyways, let's continue with the final prediction. Price. This prediction I'm extremely 50-50 with because of the upcoming tariffs that were expected in the US that will impact video game consoles. Nintendo has been rumored to be already done with the consoles and ready to ship because of that reason, and this rumor is backed up because the next console is already currently being leaked. I won't talk too much about it in this video, but it is tempting. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see me deep dive into it, and subscribe if you haven't, by the way. With that being said, I think we're looking at the most expensive Nintendo console to date. It makes no sense for this to be less than $400. With inflation being horrible right now and those tariffs coming, it makes sense for Nintendo to catch up with their competitors' price. Though, I am scared that they might be a little too close to their competitors. Every passing day, I really think that it's going to hit $450 though, so Nintendo just needs to release this thing already. Here's what the community had to say on Twitter, and once again, we are in agreement. $400 seems to be the general consensus, and community member Joey believes so too, saying definitely $400. It's high for a Nintendo console, but I think they're going to say screw it and go for it. 0% chance it's 500. I hope he's right. That's all I got for today. I'd love to hear your predictions in the comments below. I have been very much enjoying making videos again recently, and the last 2 videos I've been really appreciating your guys' support. I'm going to be making more videos about the Switch 2 soon, so share this around so more people can join in on the hype. By the way, happy holidays. Bye!